Hello guys, I'm Mark Ayanti Maravilloso. For today's video, we're going to discuss about the CPU packaging. It is the outer covering of the processor which protect its core that contains the microchip. So how CPU packaging is done? It consists of designing, manufacturing, and packaging. It involves fabless companies which only do the design, foundries which only do the manufacturing, outsourced semiconductor assembly and test companies or OSATs which only do the packaging. But the integrated device manufacturer or IDM does all from designing, manufacturing, then packaging. So how the packages are interconnected? There are three interconnection techniques. First is the wire band. Wire bonding is the process of creating electrical interconnections between semiconductors and silicon chips using bonding wires, which are the fine wires made of materials such as gold and aluminum, as we can see in the picture. It is connected, the chip is connected to the substrate using fine wires. Next is the flip chip. Flip chip derived its name from the method of flipping over the chip to connect with the substrate or lead frame. Unlike conventional interconnection through wire bonding, flip chip uses solder or gold bumps. So the silicon die is connected to the substrate using bumps. Next is the interposer, layer between substrate and die. It is used as a bridge or a conduit that allows electrical signals to pass through it and onto another element. So the interposer is the color green one found in our CPU. So comparing the three, the wire band has the lowest cost among them and the interposer has the highest. Of course, the flip chip will be the medium one. So in input and outputs and bandwidth, wire band is still the lowest and interposer has the highest and flip chip remain at the middle. In chip size, wire band requires more space, while interposer require least space and still flip chip is in the middle. Next, how did it started? So it started on the development of system on chip which brings together all the necessary components of a computer into a single chip or integrated circuit. So it simply gathers the components into a single chip. Next is the MCM, which is the multi-chip module, which integrates different chips and discrete components side by side on a common substrate. So after the system on chip, it gathers the chip into a common substrate in a horizontal manner. Next is the system on package or SOP. Offers the best of IC and packaging technologies by optimizing the functions between ICs and the package die and be stacked vertically, and the components are embedded in a substrate for miniaturizing systems. So the SOPs is where the die is stacked vertically or horizontally. So next is the system in package or SIP. The die containing the integrated circuits may be stacked vertically on a substrate and connected by wires bonded to the package. So in SIP, the die is only stacked vertically. So the SIP have two subcategories, which is the 2.5 dimensional integrated circuit and the 3-dimensional integrated circuit. So 2.5D packaging is a packaging methodology for including multiple die inside the same package in side-by-side integration. So simply a side-by-side integration. Communication between chips is accomplished using either silicon or organic interposer, typically a chip or layer with true silicon bias or TSV for communication. Next is a 3-dimensional integrated circuit or 3D IC packaging. Is manufactured by stacking silicon wafers or dies and interconnecting them vertically, for instance, through silicon bias or copper-to-copper connections. So we can differentiate the two by just its integration. The 2.5 is side-by-side integration and the 3-dimensional is vertical integration. So what is silicon interposer and TSV, as we have mentioned earlier? So interposer, as we have discussed earlier, it is the layer between substrate and die. It is used as a bridge or a conduit that allows electrical signals to pass through it and onto another elements. Next is the TSV. It is a vertical electrical connection that passes completely through a silicon wafer or die. It allows to establish an electrical connection from the active side to backside of the die or wafer. So TSV is the vertical component which connect the die into the substrate. It passes through an interposer. Then we have these types of packages through history. First is we have the pin-through-hole. Pin-through-hole packages have a structure in which the lead pins are inserted and soldered into holes of 0.8 to 1 mm in diameter, drilled through a printed circuit board. The two types are the dual inline and single inline packages. So it can be understood already in their names. Dual inline has two parallel rows of electrical connecting pins, and single line, of course, one single row of connecting pins. A second type is the surface mount packages. It has a flat structure in which the lead pins are soldered directly to the soldered pattern called the mount pad provided on the PC board. The first type is the quad flat package, are characterized by flat or gull wing leads which are drawn out from each package body in four directions and can be mounted flat. So as we can see at the picture, it has gull wing leads which are drawn out from each package body. So next one is the pin grid array or PGA. Pin grid array packages were either rectangular or square in shape with pins arranged in regular array. So simply it has pins. So next one is the ball grid array. The pins are in the form of solder balls that are arranged in a grid-like pattern on the under surface of a package to increase the area used for the connections rather than just the periphery. So it has a ball-shaped pins. So the packaging evolution. So in the late 1960s and in early of 1970s, it is the development of dual inline package. And the early of 1970s, we have the quad flat package, and the middle of 1970s to 1980s, we have the small outline package, and the late 1970s, we have the leadless chip carrier. And the middle of 1980s to 1990s, we have the pin grid array, and in later of 1990s, the evolution of ball grid array. So along with the evolution, we have the wafer and panel level packaging. So wafer level packaging or WLP is the technology of packaging the dial while it is still on the wafer. Protective layers and electrical connections are added to the substrate before dicing, while the panel level packaging has a square or rectangular panels instead of circular wafers. Panel level packaging has more die per panel than an equivalent sized round wafer, with its edge and missing die losses, potentially providing a significant cost savings. So we can differentiate the two by its shape. So wafer has a round shape and panel level packaging has a rectangular shape. Comparing the two, panel level packaging or PLP has a higher yield and lower costs compared to wafer level packaging or WLP. However, WLP has a fan-in and fan-out while panel level packaging has only fan-out. The advantage of wafer level packaging is that it has an established and standardized process due to the fact that it is the first one to be developed, while the panel level packaging has a new technology but lack of standardization. The disadvantage of wafer level packaging is that it has a cracked solder balls, redistribution layer issues, and some production issues. Even it is developed first, yet it is not perfected. The panel level packaging has an augmented production problems also, due to the fact that it is not yet fully developed and it is still under study. I hope that you have learned, and that would be all. Thank you.